Ladies and gentlemen of Millbrae, thank you. Welcome to the December 9, 2025 Millbrae City Council meeting. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 7:07 p.m. City Clerk Elaine, would you please do a roll call?
Councilmember Nguyen.
Here.
Councilmember Riley.
Here.
Councilmember Rinaldi.
Present.
Vice Mayor Holliver.
Present.
Mayor Fung.
Here.
All members of City Council are present.
Thank you. And for those who are able, would you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you, and please be seated. We begin tonight's meeting with the public communication this evening, and this is the portion of the agenda reserved for those who wish to comment on any item not appearing on tonight's agenda. However, a speaker must address subject matters within the jurisdictions of the City Council. Every speaker will have 3 minutes, and speaker is to address directly to the entire council and not individual council members nor the public. I have 2 speaker slips here, and do we have anybody online, Elaine?
No hands raised at this point.
So we have 2. We will start with Dimitri Novokoshiki. Thank you for joining us.
So Mayor, members of City Council, thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Dimitri. I'm with EcoGreen Solutions. We are an energy service company certified by the Department of Energy and the Public and Utility Commission, as well as we're official trade professional for Pacific Gas and Electric Company. And I'm here to speak about the energy efficiency programs available for the city. One of the most popular programs today is so-called On-Bill Finance program by PG&E. And this is basically a program that helps cities upgrade their energy facilities with 0 out-of-the-pocket expenses, no budget required. All the project expenses are fully covered by the savings generated. And as a trade professional, we are authorized to do the initial energy audit for the cities. We've completed dozens of cities all across California, currently working with the city of Walnut Creek, Pacific, Piedmont. We were also authorized to do that for the city of Millbrae. And we completed the comprehensive assessment for the main facilities, including this particular building, museum, library, public works facilities, fire stations. And we were able to secure some funds from PG&E for the city. However, due to the nature of the city and the ROI, we would suggest a more comprehensive approach. And as an independent contractor, we would suggest to blend that program with other state and federal programs available for the city. And basically, I'm here to request a meeting with the city management and all the departments that could be interested, so we could present and discuss the complex approach that will blend various state and federal programs so the city could save on their bills. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dimitri. We have Gina Pappen.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. My name is Gina Pappen. I am a former mayor of Millbrae, and I'm here today to actually thank Council Member Rinaldi and several members of the public who took the time to go to the San Francisco PUC today to work with our assembly member, to work with our Bosqua representative, Ann Schneider, and really bring to the attention of the San Francisco PUC commissioners the fact that the San Francisco PUC has been less than transparent in working with the city on their development at Millbrae and the attempt to close Outdoor Supply Hardware. So now it has been brought to their attention. There's really no reason that they lose rent from the PUC property. There's no reason for us to lose sales tax, and there's no reason for the community to lose that benefit here. So we are hoping that this is the very beginning of negotiations that are true and transparent, and that we can work a win-win situation so that Millbrae wins, San Francisco wins, and the outdoor supply hardware stays open. So again, thank you to all those who attended. We have really started this process now, bringing it to daylight, and hopefully it'll be successful. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. All right, so I believe this is the end of public communication this evening. Moving on to consent calendar, we have two items. We have item number 1, waive the second reading and adopt an ordinance amending Chapter 1005, zoning of the Title 10 of the Millbrae Municipal Code regarding density bonus to allow local density bonus incentives in addition to incentives provided by state density bonus law. Second item is the consideration of a recommendation from the Senior Advisory Committee to support the San Mateo Daily Journal in holding the Millbrae Senior Showcase by providing space in the Millbrae Recreation Center on January 30th, 2026, as part of a joint partnership, and authorize the City Manager or Designee to execute an agreement with San Mateo Daily Journal to reflect the arrangement. Does anybody want to pull any item from this agenda? Seeing none, any public comment on these two items? Seeing none, I'd love to entertain a motion if anyone wants to make it.
Motion to move forward.
We have a motion from Councilmember Rinaldi and a second from Councilmember Nguyen. Any final comments? Your votes, please, Council.
The consent calendar passed by a vote of 5-0.
Thank you so much. Very well. So this is the time of the year. Thank you so very much for everybody from joining us this evening. This is the beginning of our rotation for the 2025, so that as we look forward to next year, we're having a new mayor and a new vice mayor. This is part of our tradition, and I want to make sure that this gets done properly. And so good evening, distinguished guests and my fellow council members, the City Manager Tom Williams, and all of my Millbrae residents here in the audience this evening and those who are online. I'd like to first recognize and say thank you to all my fellow council members for their support and collaboration throughout my term. And Vice Mayor Ruben Holliber, Councilmember Rinaldi, Councilmember Nguyen, and Councilmember C.C. Riley. I also would like to recognize some of our distinguished guests joining us this evening. We've got Bruno Brasario from Congressman Kevin Mullins' office. Thank you for joining us. We have the District Representative, Saul Miranda, on behalf of Senator Josh Becker, joining us. Thanks for joining us today. We have a Senior Field Representative, Sarah Phelps, representing Assemblymember Diane Pappen. Thank you for joining us. We have Rudy Chirios, Senior Legislative Aide from Supervisor Jackie Spears' office. Thank you for joining us. And our Maltese Council General, Luis Valla, my good friend. Thank you for joining us this evening. We also have, we're always very blessed as a community. We have a few former mayors joining us this evening, and so I'm going to try to make sure I get all the names, and if I miss anything, just please raise your hand. We have former Mayor Dan Quitt joining us in the evening. Thank you so much. Former Mayor Janet Fogarty. Thanks for being here. Former Mayor Ann Schneider joining us this evening. Former Mayor Robert Gottschalk, front and center, always the tallest man in the room. Thank you. And former Mayor Mark Hirschman, I saw him a moment ago. Thank you so much for being here. Former Mayor Gina Pappen, who spoke a moment ago. Thank you for joining us. We also have a few current elected here as well. We have the San Mateo County Board of Trustee, Richard Holliber, joining us this evening. Thank you, Richard. And I also saw our Foster City former mayor and current council member, Stacy Jimenez, joining us in the back row. Thanks for being here. Now, I also would like to recognize some of our commissioners and committee members who are here tonight. You know, I wouldn't try to name each and every single one of you, although we as a community are much better today, and we are grateful for your continued service and dedication to all of us in this, your effort to make this city a lot better, and we couldn't be here without all of you. And in addition, I also wanted to recognize our city manager, Tom Williams, and all the city staff for their work throughout the past 2 years of my term as mayor. Your work has been well above the expectation, and I want to thank them for their continued service, dedicated service to all of us. Thank you so much. And also wanted to thank the Central County Fire District. Chief Pucci is in the audience. Thank you, Chief Pucci, for joining us. And our also new sheriff, Ken Bender, who I had a meeting with today and was a great discussion. And also the Millbrae Police Chief, Eamon Allen, joining us this evening for your exceptional service in terms of our public safety. We're deeply appreciative of your commitment and keeping our community safe every day. Since I have already delivered my State of the City address on November 7, I'll try to keep my tonight's remark relatively brief. First, I wanted to thank our community for entrusting me with the gavel for the past 2 years. I took over the mayorship in 2023 in the midst of a bit of a challenge. We had a looming recall at the time, a dispute over the high-speed rail, and there were the Quinta issues. And on the economic front, we were experiencing some of the highest interest rate that we have seen in decades in the country. And many projects struggled to come out of the ground. Gateway at the time, the storefronts were empty, and 170,000 square feet of office building didn't even have a tenant. But I also told the community in December 2023 that we need to focus on some of the most important priorities, and our economic development, our public safety, and ensuring that we get our finances in order, and having a cohesive, collaborative council that focuses on the well-being of our city. And I'm happy to report in 2 years that this council has done exactly that. And over the past 2 years, we've achieved significant milestones as a city. Millbrae continues to experience substantial growth. We have, across multiple different sectors, residential development, commercial expansions, infrastructure enhancements, and employment opportunities. And it's a big deal that Millbrae is now associated with job growth and producing life-saving medical practices for the world. Many projects, including the Gateway and the Millbrae Station, will soon become the headquarters of Sam Tran and Caltrain. And the Alexandria Life Science Facility has an international tenant, Icon Therapeutic, as an anchor. And together with the recently completed AVIA Lab, a Longfellow building, represent our success in becoming the life science center of the Bay Area. And every day, we are creating opportunities in advanced medicine and innovative medical practices, professional services, retail, and hospitality sectors that significantly strengthen our fiscal foundation. And I'm also pleased to report that we have solidified our agreement and partnership with the California High-Speed Rail, and finally clears the way for development to move forward on the west side of the Millbrae Intermodal Station. And this agreement has enabled our next frontier in terms of future growth as a city, whereby transit-oriented development, high-end residential, AI development, life science laboratories and hotels, and new commercial development can and will take place in the years ahead. Projects such as One Meadow Glen and 1301 Broadway are bringing hundreds of new housing to Millbrae, including dedicated affordable housing components. This balanced approach ensures that our city remains accessible to residents across in all income levels. The city has secured over $13 million in grant funding this year, and resources that supported the growth of our city, our infrastructure improvements, the renovations of Bayside Manor Park that we just reopened last week. And thank you, a lot of us were there, including a dog park as part of that. And the Marina Vista Park that was reopened earlier this year. We've had many solar panel installations, LED street lights, and further electrifications effort and sustainability initiatives. And our new BART fare gates with the $10.3 million funding from the Transportation Authority and at zero cost to the city of Millbrae. And Millbrae's success positioned all of us as a regional leader, and demonstrating that the state and regional agencies have confidence in our ability to deliver high-end projects that serves as models for communities across San Mateo County. In terms of our daily lives, Millbrae continues to be a vibrant, inclusive, and diverse community, whereby everyone is welcome to openly celebrate their cultural significance as we continue to host Lunar New Year, Art and Wine, Japanese cultural festivals, and Mid-Autumn festivals, and many others, and the tree lightings and beyond. And on the commercial front, this year we have seen record numbers of new businesses opening in Millbrae. And we now hardly could find any empty storefront on Broadway's and El Camino Real. And as many of you have already heard, we have an international supermarket giant interested in opening a specialty supermarket in the south side of Millbrae pretty soon. So in terms of our city revenue, despite many challenges from our neighboring cities, our budget shows that we're running in a surplus this year. Thank you, Tom, for all your hard work, and our finance director, Mike Sung, in the audience, for keeping our finances in order. And I'm happy to report that we resolved many issues surrounding our revenues, and La Quinta, for the foreseeable future, will continue to serve as a revenue-generating and productive hotel. So all told, it's a pretty productive and successful 2 years in Millbrae. And this is all to say this past year has been an exciting time to be the mayor. And we've accomplished a lot together because we're able to do all of this, not because of me, but because of the community that continue to believe in all of us. The city of Millbrae is a strong community with many volunteers who support one another and offer numerous events. And when we all come together, great things will happen. And I've always described this mayorship as a relay race. I took the baton from someone. I run my race as well as I can, as quickly as I can, as productive as I can. And then at some point I hand it off to the next person, and knowing that the work would likely be unfinished. But this is the journey that we all took. And this has been an incredible journey because of your support and your involvement. Oftentimes, guys like us on this dais, politicians, get airbrushed. And we're just a human being, and many former mayors can attest to that. We all have our good days and bad days, and we all have, our strengths and weaknesses, and we all have our flaws. And I'm sure you've all experienced mine. But I'm just thankful to be able to be here today because of your support and your trust in me. And I'm deeply grateful for all your trust that you have given me for not just the past 2 years, but the past 5 years. And, I had an opportunity to host a couple youth who came to Millbrae, and would get to, thanks for joining us. Yeah, please have a seat. And we have Virginia Corrali joining us this evening, our, Harbor Commissioner. Thank you for joining us this evening. I have an opportunity to host a few interns who work for Unitedly and be able to visit the City Hall and, have an opportunity to explain to them what it's like to be a mayor. And I took them through, the chamber, took them through the chronicles in the back of the City Hall. And then as we were looking up to all the photos, I was really hopeful that they get a chance to see who I am and why I do what I do. And in the back of their mind, I hope they get an honest sense of who we are and why we do what we do. And I really hope that at the end of that journey, they can take away with the idea that if an immigrant born in a foreign country, living through public housing, growing up in public school. If I can make it here, maybe they can too. And I think that's what this job is about. It's not about me as much as being able to have an opportunity, creating the opportunity and creating the space so that our next generation can also lead someday. So for that, for the opportunity that I was given to be sitting here, I want to thank all of you for the past 2 years and for the past 5 years, allowing me to work for all of you. Thank you very much, Millbrae. So, to that end, thank you for our dignitary joining us this evening. City Clerk, do we have any speaker slip from anyone for this item? And former Mayor Fogarty, thank you for joining us. Please have a seat. And Designee, please, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Please have a seat. City Clerk, do we have any speaker slips for this item?
We do not, Mayor.
Thank you so much. And City Manager?
Usually I'm here and I'm not up there, but thank you, Mayor. That was over the last 2 years, and I thank you and the council, previous council, for a lot of work that we've done, a lot of accomplishments. As you know, and I think most of the public knows, City of Millbrae was the fastest growing city in San Mateo County as a percentage increase in 2024, and the sixth fastest in all of the state of California. And you can drive around the city and can see the success not only of our economic development efforts with over 800,000 square feet of new life science campus, but the policy making that the mayor and that the city council have done to rezone a part of our city. The specific plan that was adopted, the downtown and El Camino Real specific plan, we set the stage to accommodate our RENA, our regional housing needs allocation from the state of California. We have a certified housing element. And so it's just, it's been a pleasure, Mayor, working with you, a lot of the policy development and a lot of the success. And that success can be seen, not from us talking about it, but actually out in the city. And you had mentioned, it's hard work because as we grow and as we're busy, you can't keep everybody happy, but we try, right? And we try to fit the puzzle pieces in its right place. We have a lot of community engagement. But I congratulate you on your 2-year term in really moving this city forward. Our fiscal health, our housing opportunities that are coming out of the ground and some that are already open, and your leadership has been tremendous. And as a city manager, I can't tell you what a pleasure it's been working with you. All of the late nights, early mornings, weekends, everything that we talk about, how do we move things forward? What's the right way to do it? Should we have a pause and go out to the community and get more information and work with all the council members? But it's been truly, truly a pleasure, Anders. And my hat's off to you for the success. So we do have a couple of gifts for you. We have a tradition in the city of Millbrae, and when Anders was mayor in 2024, the U.S. flag, we provide the mayor with the U.S. flag the last day that it's flown here at City Hall as a going away gift. So since he already has a U.S. flag, we now have a City of Millbrae flag that we're going to present to the mayor for an outgoing gift. So a City of Millbrae flag for your collection, and we thank you. Also, Mayor, as the gavel is passed, a commemorative plaque, gavel plaque, commemorating your tenure as mayor for the year 2024 and 2025. So you can hang that nicely in your office, and a pleasure. And lastly, we did not do this last year, and we were waiting for this year, but another tradition we have in the city of Millbrae with outgoing mayors and council members is to have a street sign. So we had Public Works make Anders Fung Way mayor 24 and 25. So
Thank you so much.
Anders Fung, street sign, so appreciate it.
Before I hang this in my garage, I'll be sure to get Margaret's approval.
Garage, Ms. Mayor? No, we want this in your house or in your office, so Mark, not the garage. But it's been a pure pleasure, Mayor, and thank you and congratulations on all the outstanding achievements and everything that you've accomplished, and more to come. So I know you have a long tenure on the council, so thank you. And on behalf of all the staff, thank you. It's a pleasure. And thanks to all the council as well.
Thank you so much, City Manager and all the staff, for your thoughtful gifts and your warm remarks. I'm deeply grateful, and I'm touched with all the kindness that all of you have shown me. And you know, it's an incredible journey, to say the least. Now, this is the part of the tradition that, as a mayor, this is the last act that I preside over. And it's one of the most important acts because it's part of our tradition, it's part of our democracy, and it's part of the peaceful transition of power that needs to take place as part of this country's democracy. And as an office of the mayor, I have the unique responsibility, the privilege, and the duty to ensure that this happens as smoothly and as well as it possibly can. And so at this point, now, do we have any speaker slip on this item, Elaine?
We do not, Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. So now, this is the agenda. That is the office nomination for the next mayor and the next vice mayor. I declare the nomination open for the office of both the mayor and the vice mayor and the nominated elections of these two offices. Any council comment on this? Okay. Now, as I said a moment ago, this is our tradition, and we, as a city, we all want to make sure that our next mayor to be just as successful, if not more successful, than the predecessor. And just what I said a moment ago is part of the relay race. This is the time to hand over the baton, and I wish the next mayor all the success, because your success is the success of our city. So to that end, I would like to make the nomination for the next mayor to be our current vice mayor, Ruben Holliber, to be our next mayor for the year to come, and also the vice mayor to be Councilmember Rinaldi for the next year to come. I believe implementing this exact protocol implementing that exact protocol is what's expected of all of us. And this is the way Millbrae should be every year moving forward. And this is the right way to go. And this is my nomination. Can I get a second? We have a second from Councilmember Riley. Any public comment? Any final comments from anyone on the council? Okay. Your votes, please. Votes.
The nomination of Ruben Holliber to the office of mayor and the nomination of Stephen Rinaldi to the office of vice mayor has passed by the vote of 5-0.
Thank you so very much. Congratulations. Congratulations. There'll be an oath of office. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. I'd like to invite my wife, Amy Holliber, to administer the oath.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ruben Holliber,
I, Ruben Holliber,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to
and allegiance to
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
that I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
and that I will
well and faithfully discharge
well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which
the duties upon which
I am about to enter.
I am about to enter.
Great,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Nice to be back. Okay, and now we have the swearing in for the office of Vice Mayor. Mr. Rinaldi?
Thank you, Mayor Holber. And I'd like to call up my little cousin Rafi to come swear me in.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Stephen Rinaldi,
I, Stephen Rinaldi,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to
and allegiance to
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
and that I will
well and faithfully discharge
well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which
the duties upon which
I am about to enter.
I'm about to enter.
Okay. Do we have any comments from the new Vice Mayor?
Thanks. I'd just like to first start by thanking the public. We truly can't do this job without you. Mayor Fung said it many a times that these seats are on loan from the public to us to serve, and we have our allotted time to do so. And I think this last year we made quite a bit of progress. It was a good year in general. More importantly, I want to thank our first responders, Captain Eamon Allen, thank you. Chief Pucci, CCFD, thank you. Bill Riley, CERT. You guys keep us safe, and it's important. Other than that, my council members, fellow council members, like I've said before, I love this council, the fact that we block out the noise and we focus on the business at hand. And that's what it's always been like here at this council. So really appreciative of that, and all other electeds that are in the room here today. There's many of you. I'm not going to go through all the names again. And those that joined while we were starting off, thank you for all being here for this special night. Thank you.
Okay. I'd like to start by introducing my family, my wife, Amy, my son, Nolan, my father, Richard, my grandmother, Laura Vitlisel, and my uncle, John Vitlisel. Thank you all for joining. I'd also like to thank Councilmember, outgoing Mayor Fung, for a very successful 2 years in office. I think I've already gone through all of the many accomplishments, but last year coming off of the recall and coming off of the turnover, sort of an unprecedented amount of turnover in the council. Thank you very much for stepping up and being willing to take a second year as mayor. I think it really helped to steady the ship here and reassure the public, given all of the turnover and the new faces coming on board to have you. So thank you very much for that. We've had a very successful year. We settled the lawsuit with high-speed rail. We reopened two beautiful parks in the city, and I encourage anyone who hasn't seen them to go take a look at them. We have major developments going right now. We have an affordable housing, 1301 Broadway, 97 units of affordable housing that are being built right here in Millbrae. And we have a lot more on the horizon. So I think as we look into the new year, there's a lot on our plate. I think it'd be great to restart the community benefit district planning that we had started a couple of years ago and get that over the finish line to help improve our downtown. We have a lot of infrastructure needs that we have to work on. We also have many projects in the pipeline, and we're bringing new businesses into Millbrae all the time. We did a lot over the last year, and we have a lot more to go, both at the Gateway project in our downtown and the Avia Labs that hopefully will have a tenant soon in a marvelous Class A laboratory space. So we have a lot to look forward to. I look forward to working with all of you on the council and all of our community stakeholders as well. We really work the best when we work together and when we can all, we might not all necessarily agree on everything, but it's important to always have that public input, to listen to the members of our community and all the different opinions to really forge the best path forward for this community. And I look forward to working with all of you on that over the next year. So with that, I don't know if we have any other comments from the council. Councilmember Nguyen.
Yeah, I'd like to mirror what I think outgoing Mayor Fung mentioned. This council works very well together. You don't see personal attacks. We stick to the topic, and more so, there's this clear vision that every one of us has. You can see everyone's, in my opinion, high IQ. We think a couple steps ahead, look at all the possibilities, and then communicate in a way that we can manage each other and not be misconstrued for like something wrong. So I'm very much looking forward to working with everyone. And Stephen, I'm not sure if you guys know, but I worked with him closely before he was even council member, and I can say that his interpersonal skills are like top notch. You can tell because he gets along with a lot of different people. Ruben, I think the mayor, he has this ability to stay impartial. It's quite remarkable actually to maintain that level of impartiality, to hear everything, and also format the communication so the person approaching him about especially emotionally charged topic stays neutral throughout the whole course. So I'm very much looking forward to this, the new mayor and the vice mayor, and I'm encouraged to see about future results.
Thank you. And Councilmember Riley.
Thank you. Thank you so much for Mayor Fang take us for 2 years for good leadership. And congratulations for new Mayor Halliburton and Vice Mayor Stephen. And I'm looking forward to your leadership and work with you. Thank you, and happy holiday to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, we are going to adjourn the meeting. We do have some refreshments next door at the Charcuterie Room. So I welcome you all to join us there, and wish everyone a happy holiday season and look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Thank you all very much, and have a good night.